Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Dr. Nida Shaikh from Dento Magic. If you're new here, then welcome. If you've already been a Dento Magic family, then welcome back. Today I am so much thrilled to welcome Dr. Sarfin Shikh with us. She has completed her BDS in 2019 in the University of Gujarat, and now she's a third year DDS student in Canada. And today she's coming to my channel to guide all the dreamers who want to go to Canada and practice there as a dentist. So let's start. Dr. Sarfin Shikh, welcome to the podcast. I'm so much glad that you are here on Dento Magic to share all your journey with my viewers.
Thank you so much for this platform.
Let's start with the beginning, okay? So we're coming to the most important question. What motivated you to go to Canada instead of going to UK and US?
That's a very good question. First of all, hello, all the viewers. My name is Dr. Sarfin Shikh. And to address the question that Dr. Nida asked, I graduated in 2019 from Gujarat University. I practiced dentistry for almost a year, and then COVID hit, the world, went shut down and everything. That period, I realized that I need more from dentistry. I need something which is practical in a way that I can easily work with patient. I can actually better understand my profession. I started looking for countries that have that aspect in their dentistry. Also, I was looking for some financial rewards as well, because this is a profession where I would be studying. I'm still studying. So I want something that is good for me, good for my family, and for my coming generations. So these all aspects I put together, and immigration was also one factor. Which country is actually allowing international dentists to get in and get their licenses in a, I won't say easier way, but in a better way, in a doable way. So all that criteria I searched, and Canada was, yeah, that's how I selected Canada.
Okay, that's nice. Can you share a little bit about your journey, how you decided this path and how you decided to go on further with this one?
Canada has the basic two ways of getting dental license in Canada, in whatever province you want to work in. So for me, I did not go for direct licensing, and I opted to redo the university. Again, the university that I'm doing, it's 2.5 years. Usually the university programs, DDS programs, are 4 years, but they recognize that we are internationally trained dentists. So they gave us admission midway in the program. So currently I'm a third year dental student. Relearning dentistry, I would say, in a Canadian way, more ethical, more patient centered, and more technological improvements that I would have worked back home. Yeah, and the environment is so inclusive. I'm seeing patients from various aspects of the country that I'm living in, various financial statuses, races, ethnicities. So it has developed me as a person, and I'm still developing as a dental student, and hopefully it will make me into a better dentist. So yeah, that's the whole reason I chose the university pathway.
So coming on to the next question, that is, what are the main and important ways or the pathways we would say to get into Canada after doing BDS? Like for the people who are internationally trained dentists.
BDS is the title that usually the students get in South Asian countries mostly, and even other countries. Here in Canada and in USA, the title is Doctor of Dental Surgery, DDS. So basically in Canada, there are two pathways. One is direct licensing. So in this pathway, a student has to take 4 to 5 exams in order to apply for their license. And these exams are not easy. Although I've not taken them, I have heard stories from people. I see people struggling, and it's financially and physically and mentally burdening. Although it's not a deterrent, you can obviously go for this pathway, because you can take the exams on your own pace. There is no, rush. to complete each step, complete the exams and apply for the license. You can decide when to take the exam, and you can decide it on your own pace. Okay, so one way. Another way is university, the pathway that I chose. So, university is there are total 7 universities in Canada that offer international student placement program. They have their own names, but this is the gist. Yeah, and one good thing about university, good and bad, actually, the government helps you, provide you some amount of scholarships based on your tax returns, and that's good. That's good. Some universities have 2 year programs and some have 3 year programs. So the university that I am in, University of Toronto, has a 2.5 year program. And currently I'm a third year student, so I'm expected to be graduated with a DDS degree in 2027. Sorry.
Inshallah, definitely you will get success in your journey and you'll become a successful dentist there in Canada.
We are hearing there is a new pathway that has been introduced in Canada recently. So, can you tell a little bit about that?
So this is a pilot program, I would say. So this is very new. It was introduced this year, February 2025, and it is just taking around 10 students. So what this pathway is, I think I would say that it's a mix of direct licensing and university pathway. So you take the first 2 exams of the direct licensing. Okay, so you take first 2 exams instead of taking all 4 exams, you just take 2. And then you apply for 8 months of university training. Okay, so since it's a new program, only 3 universities are participating in it, and the process of admitting students is not very well known because it's been done just once in February. The For August, the process is still going, and yeah, it's cheaper than university pathway, I would say, because in around 10,000 Canadian dollar, your entire process should be done. But yeah, they have released an article recently, and they are saying that they will increase the cost of this program for 2026. So it is a good pathway for those who have already started the direct licensing pathway and have already done 2 exams. They can apply for 8 months of university pathway. And for this year, they will have to take one final exam known as NDEC. But again, the article by government says it may be removed in 2026, which is a very good news. Okay, so I do encourage people to look more about this pathway, and as it is cheaper than the other 2 pathway, and you get exposure of university as well for 8 months, which is good. I have been going to university, and I feel the exposure and the networking that you do is very good, and you can use that in your profession.
Can you tell me what's the duration of this course? Like in DDS, you have told it's 2.5 years for your university. What is the time duration for this new pathway that has been introduced?
So depending on your pace, the first 2 exam of direct licensing you can take whenever. Usually people take it in 1 year. So 1 year they take 2 exams because they have to study also. And these exams are not very easy. You have to study a lot. And then you can apply for this 8 month program. So there are 2 openings. One is in February and one is in August of the same year. I'm not very sure if they might change it for 2026, but for 2025, this was how they handled the program. So depending, I would say 2 years, entire years, because even after taking the 8 months course, you have to apply for your license. And the license may take some time to come to you. So give or take, I would say 2 years is a reasonable time frame. People can rush it and take their exams in 6 months, 2 exams in 6 months, which is not doable. But if you're in rush, Yeah, this can happen. So that reduces the time frame to 1.5 years. But to be reasonable, to be optimistic, and to be promising, I would say 2 years is a better bet.
Really good news for the viewers to know that this new pathway to get the midway of something and
Yeah, actually, yes.
the better cost till now. Talking about the eligibility criteria, can you mention the general eligibility criteria for the internationally trained dentist who want to work in Canada for DDS or for the
Direct
international?
licensing.
Yes.
Yes. So first, I would talk about the final thing that we all need is a license. So for license, you need either of these two things, a DDS degree or the direct licensing NDEB equivalency. That's what it's called, NDEB equivalency. So that will give you an equivalent certificate that you are at a Canadian level. That's what the certificate is going to say. But they are not going to give you the title of TDS. Okay, and if you go to university pathway, you'll get the title of DDS. Okay, so just for applying the license, you need either the certificate, equivalency certificate, or the DDS title. Then they might ask you for, depending on the province that you're applying, if you're applying to, let's say, Ontario, they might ask you for your English language tests results. And if you're applying to somewhere like Quebec, they might ask you for your French results. Okay, then there will be your criminal record checking both here and in your home country. So for me, it will be in India and in Canada. So those are the requirements that they need. And the most important thing I would say is your PR, that is the permanent residency of Canada, or citizenship. So without this, yeah, you can't even apply to get your license, I would say. And just for the university pathway, if someone out there is interested in university pathway, or ADAT result, ADAT is an exam that we have to take and score very good to even, be able to apply to this universities. Universities have very high bar in Canada, to be honest. Having been through the process myself, the struggles that I have done, so I can say that the bar is set very high. Like to say that you need to have your permanent residency or citizenship to begin with, because without that, you cannot even apply to universities. Even if you have scored like the best on your test, ADAT or IELTS or anything, but if you don't have PR, they won't accept your application. But if you're going through the direct licensing pathway, you can start taking your exams, and meanwhile, you prepare for your PR applications. So that pathway doesn't need PR until the very end. Because as I just said that for applying for the dental license, you need PR or the.
Guys, if you are interested to know all the details about the new pathway in Canada that has been introduced, then comment down below and I will come up with a video for you guys.
Citizenship.
People who are in India and who want to go to Canada, they cannot apply for DDS.
So if they have PR, permanent residency, as there are many PR pathways. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not qualified enough to comment on that topic, but I would say, in my experience, there are many PR pathways, and people from different countries apply for PR from their home countries. And if they have it, they can definitely apply for university. And they can, like, let's say they are accepted into university, so they can come today, and if the university starts from tomorrow, they can join the university. Is very much important, because universities ask for the proof. You have to submit a photocopy of your PR or your passport.
What is the fastest way to get the PR if you're not living there in Canada? If I apply from India, what's the process?
Great question. Again, time frame is depends. If someone is applying from Canada and someone is applying from an outside country, I would say the person in Canada will get their PR faster.
Okay.
Because of the IRCC. This is the way they work. There's no, reasonable answer to this, but this is how it works, because the in-country applications are processed faster than the outside area. And for your question of how one can apply for PR, Let's say, like I had 1 year of dental experience in India. If there's someone out there, they have like 2, 3 years or even 1 year of experience working as a dentist, and they have every proof of it, like they have their pay slips, they have their letter from their principal dentist. So they can gather all the documents and they can apply for PR even from their home country.
Okay,
Yes.
like for the PR, the knowledge that I have for the UK, you have to be there for 5 years, and after living there for 5 years, then only you can get the PR.
So this brings me to the first question that you asked, why Canada? This
Yeah.
is the reason Canada, because yeah, I did come to Canada on student's visa. I did my health administration course in Canada. I worked with health ministry for about a year while preparing for my ADAT exam. So yeah, everything Alhamdulillah worked out for me because I applied for my permanent residency, and based on my experience in Canada and my Indian experience, there's a specific draw for only healthcare workers in Canada because they need it.
Hmm.
Yes. So if you have heard about it, or if someone's watching it and very much interested in the PR, I would highly suggest go to IRCC's website and search for healthcare draws. So I, for myself, got my permanent residency via healthcare draws. So if you want to try and you have good experience, I would highly suggest you do that. That would save a lot of time and money, and just from your home countries, you can apply to be a dentist here. Maybe start preparing for your exams or start your university applications. That's a very good pathway to save money and time.
So let's be very specific and talk about the documents. What are the main important documents that we need to enroll in ourselves into DDS program, or if we are getting into direct licensing process?
Both have very different licensing requirements, to be honest. If I talk about university, so university will ask you for your permanent residency or Canadian passport. Next thing they're going to ask, of the 7 universities, 6 they need English language assessment results, something like an IELTS exam, okay, or TOEFL is also okay. So you can do that, and yeah, the ADAT exam result. So this is an admission test. It was originally used in United States of America, but it has recently come in Canada, and universities are using that score to give you admission. Apart from that, your dental degree from India or whatever country you are from, your internship certificate, and your mark sheets. So these are the basic requirement that anyone should have in order to apply to university. And if we go through the direct licensing, they need all these things also. The English language assessment not needed, PR or citizenship not needed at this point. Degrees, their internship certificate, their mark sheets of all 4 years, those documents are enough to start your direct licensing.
Okay. And talking about the direct licensing process, can you please tell how many parts of exam we have to give and how they are categorized?
Okay, so as I said, there are 4 exams. Okay, so the first is AFK, the Fundamental Knowledge exam. The second is ACJ, that is the Clinical Judgment exam. And third part was NDEC. Now, NDEC, like up till last year, it was just one stage exam, but they have made a recent change where it has been divided into 2 components. So one is clinical component and one is situational component, where they give you live actors who act as patients, and then you have to arrive at your diagnosis and everything like that. So in a way, they have made this exam a bit tough, I would say, but it's good because you get to see good dentists who are just not good at clinical aspect, but they're good in people communication as well. So they are trying to get dentists to be all-rounded and not just good at clinical aspect. So these are the 4 exams that you have to take. After that, you can apply for your dental license.
In all the exam, we have only one attempt, and how many attempts do we have for the exams?
So, yeah, this is important question. Even for a university pathway, the exam called ADAT allows you 3 attempts. So 3 attempts you have to like first just attempt. If you score good, it's fine. But if you don't, you can go ahead and take second or third attempts. That's it. And even in the direct licensing exams, they allow 3 attempts per exam. And if you fail the third attempt, you're not allowed to go further and give any exams, or you can't even retake the same exam. So this is very crucial. That's why I request people to take time before taking any exams, because it's very expensive. First point. Second, if you fail like once, your confidence would crush, and second time would become more tougher because you have self doubts. Will I be able to do this? Will I be like able to like, if I don't do this, I just have one attempt. So yeah, it's better to take one more month than to rush taking exams.
Thank you, Dr. Sarfin, for sharing your journey and such an insightful information. For hope the people must have got a lot of clarity from this. Stay tuned for part 2, which is coming soon, and you don't want to miss, because we will be talking about the scholarship and all the available possibilities for you to practice in Canada. And if you have enjoyed this video and got any insightful information from this video, then don't forget to hit the like button, share with your friends and family who needs it, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and be the Dento Magic family. Stay tuned till the next video. Till then, stay safe, be happy. Allah Hafiz.